Hi guys, this is Carol with Noteworthy and Nostalgic. I'm new here to YouTube, so I'd really appreciate it if you would watch the video and like and comment. And then if you do enjoy it, then please think about subscribing. I would love to have you along for the ride and make some new friends. So this is my first finished junk journal, although I'm working on 2 others. I just happened to get this one done first. And this one is promised, spoken for. It's for my daughter. I made it with her in mind when I was making it. But I do hope to make one for each member of my family, and then a lot of extras too. I absolutely love this. I have done art and crafts all my life since middle school, went to art school, and continue to do things. And I've done an altered books before, but junk journaling is really something I love. I love mixed media. I love incorporating all kinds of things into one place. I love thrifting and bringing old to new and mixing them together. I do that with decor or in the journals. I just love that. I love thrifting. And I also love themes. I've always loved to plan my kids' birthday parties. I just love doing things in themes. And so this is just something I thoroughly enjoy doing, and I'm so glad I finally started making them. So without further ado, also you can find me on Instagram at Noteworthy&Nostalgic, and I'd love to see you there too. So this is the adventure travel themed junk journal. I do have a tassel. It's just some scrap fabrics, and there are 2 little gems there. One's the globe, and one is a little passport. It is detachable here. You can see my spine. I used a suede material here. I do need to run over it with a lint roller to get all these little pieces off because it's been on my craft table. But as you can see, I did 5 signatures. So the cover, with being in lockdown, I didn't have a lot of books and couldn't go to the thrift store to get at the time. So this is actually a composition book. We've have a lot of composition books. I've homeschooled my children, and we have a stack of them, and I loved this anchor cover. So I took it apart and widened it, and then I did a technique on making it look kind of like leather and aging it. And I did the gold book corners, and then there's some washi tape and a little bit of rickrack. So that's the cover. When we first go in, you see I need to reprint that. As we first go in, I have a little pocket here, and this was an idea I got from Barbara at the Paper Outpost. She puts a note from the bookmaker in all of hers, and I called it a note from the journal maker and wrote up my own little thing, a lot like hers, but I got the idea from her, so you should check her out at the Paper Outpost. And I just put it in there in this little pocket, and I'm going to also write a personal note on that for my daughter. And then this is scrapbook paper, and I didn't add anything to it because I love the way it is, just the way it is, and to put some journaling in there, I just think that will be great, just like that. And then it flips up with a little pocket here, and this is a magazine cutout. This daughter hopes to adopt someday, and I just picture this as one of her little adopted children and all the adventures that they will go on. And the back side has all this space for journaling. This is just a simple notebook page too, but it has a really pretty belly band here. And this side, this is from a scrapbook pad, and I sewed these little flaps on. They are little words: love, laugh, learn. And then this is truly some trash that I just covered with scrapbook paper. Actually, I think this was the backing of a Tim Holtz product, and I just put these across the top. These are from the Digital Collage Club, which I am a member of, so if you want to check them out. These were printed. I put a little bit of lace ribbon here. This is actually from the Dollar Tree, and I really love it. And then the back, I just put some scrap paper, and it tucks down in here, and she can have all that journaling space as well as back here, and add a whole lot of other things to her pocket. This is some coffee dyed graph paper. It started blue. It was a blue sheet of graph paper. The other side, this is just brown, and I put a brown envelope with a Paris ticket and dreams, because as our family, we do have a dream to go to France someday. We have family. My husband's mother is from France. And then inside is just a journaling page. That's some scrapbook paper that was cut down. This is a postcard from, an actual postcard from my mother-in-law. It was in my mother-in-law's thing, so I added that. And this is a photograph that she had. And this is also something she had. So I included all of that and kind of have the Eiffel Tower and Paris theme here with this. But she can add anything she wants in here and put these out wherever she would like. This is from, I had a book called Remarkable Places that I took apart, and all of these pages are from that book. And then I added on this side a denim jeans pocket, and the tag is actually Route 66, which I think is really cool because that's an actual route that you can take and have a cool little adventure on. Inside are 2 feathers that are pretty cool too. You could add some journaling on, and I just really like these. These came from the Wish company. Tuck those back in there. And then this just says focus on the good, and got some little penguins out there on their iceberg. And on this side it's folded over with a tuck spot, and a journaling card, and this matches the front paper in the inside and the back side of the first page there. And then this is the center of the first signature, and it's the other side of the icebergs, and it says you are doing great. And then on my little strings from sewing the signatures, I just put these cute little paper hearts. And this side also has a pocket, and this is a copy of an Anchor Line receipt. It's Robert Lagu, I think, but it's kind of neat because it's very close to a name in our ancestor line. And it says wife and infant, and their total was about $75 to go 3rd class on this. And then we have a plain brown sheet with a little part of a postcard up here. This side has a corner pocket. This was fussy cut out of a scrapbook paper. And then we have the United States patent for a ship wheel. And these are so neat. This was printed on parchment paper, so you could journal in the whole back as well as journal here. And I wrinkled it up a little bit to make it seem older. This is the other side of the coffee dyed paper with a little sticker here. And then this is family members, French, and this says Isle de France. They're just tucked on there, I mean, with paper clips. And some of this is more family things, just tucked in there for her. Some photographs from family in France. And this side has a little vellum pocket. I printed a globe line drawing onto vellum and made a pocket. It has this little tag, journaling spot, and this cool ticket. These tickets were online. I will try to link everything down below. They were from, I think it was Little Frame Big Wall at WordPress.com. I'll try to link it, but they had a free printable of 4 tickets like that. This is the other side of scrapbook paper. I made a little pocket, and this is just, it doesn't actually have the map, but it's a cool little journaling card on the other side of that. We start our second signature. This is from the Remarkable Places book. And on this side, it has a little side tuck pocket. It says you are enough, and I thought this would be gorgeous for a photograph and some journaling. And then this daughter is a singer, and this is some music that she actually sang. and it's called The World Beloved, a Bluegrass Mask. So I thought it was cool to use this paper, and I coffee dyed it. Dream Big at the bottom, and then this side, and she can journal over it or leave it as is. Then this is a pocket, and inside I just had a little desk calendar that had word searches, and since it says destination, these are some destinations. This is Africa word search, and this is cities in Italy. Just thought they'd be fun for her. This side has these were made with scrapbook paper, and they're little tucks. And then this is a little bag just with a card, and she can put anything in there, and it says special. So that's for some little special things. This was scrap paper. She loves to go to the beach as well in her travels. Now this, I printed the ship wheel portal hole off the internet. This is scrapbook paper, and I wanted to do the painting inside myself, because they know I do art and paint. So I did this as close as I could to a photo, and so this is my painting inside, and then I added some little gems along the outside, and it flips open for journaling, and I love how that turned out. This is little bags. This is the center of this signature, so the stitching is inside, but this is a little bag to stick some things in. It says Timeless Treasures. This side, it says Our Adventure, so she can flip that up and journal here, like put the date or something, and talk about an adventure that she goes on. And this side's the other side of the vintage palm trees with a little tag up here. If you journal on this, says this. And then this is a pocket made with scrapbook paper. This is a little book that I got online. It's a free download. I will link this down below. It's a Boulevard de l'Antique, something like that. I believe it was French, but it's just so cute. You can make a little book journal log out of it like this, and it was a free printable, so I'm thankful for that. And I just stitched it with the blanket stitch again. This side has another little pocket, and just these were the extra scraps from that book, so I layered them up with some scrapbook paper there, and I can just tuck right down inside there, and it just has a fun little clip. It says Discover, and this whole side is great for journaling. This is the other side of the sheet music with the words, and this whole spot for journaling that says Enjoy Today. This is also from that book and has the little pocket. This is a ticket from a steamship company, and it has his name, Albert August Kornhoff, and he had a third class passage as well and paid $24. So that was kind of neat. Tucks in there, and the other side is just a beautiful picture. Now starting the next signature is from a coloring book, an adult coloring book, which I just thought it was really cool how it stacked up. Made a perfect flap. And then on this side we have a little note paper that is made into a flap with a little sticker. And then also coffee dyed some old beginner writing paper with a fabric tab here. This is from an atlas, so this is a map, and I put a sticker that says here at Chincoteague Island, because we've actually been to Chincoteague Island. So I thought that was fun, and there's a lot of journaling space. And this is the other side of the map with a little journaling card paper clipped on there down by the sea. As I said, she loves the beach, so this is scrapbook paper. I have a pair of flip-flops here as well, and this little cord here, ribbon here, actually is really neat because it gives it texture. I also love textures. On this side we have a little Outer Banks, North Carolina tuck side, and little T-brads there. This is some ledger paper made into a pocket, so this would have been the center, so the strings are down inside, so it is hidden. And this is for keepsakes. Inside I just put a things to do sheet. See, it's still sealed from the tablet. And then the side, a lot more journaling space. And this is just the top of a cheese wheel. This is also from France. This side is the back of that. I just put a little sideways belly band on there to clip or put some things on with a fabric paper clip. Here is a little Louis Vuitton free printable. This was online. I'll link it down below. This is Eugenia Katia, blogspot.com. So it was a 3D little box that you could print and make, which was really, really cool. But I thought it would make a really neat flap, and just has a little advertisement in there. And she can tuck other things in there as well. This side is scrapbook paper with a tag. This was cut from a book. It's just a really neat little poem called Maps, and it makes a great tuck spot. The other side of the map, and these are little post-it note arrows that I just made little tags out of. This is the other side of that coffee dyed paper. This just has a tag and a little 3D sticker. The other side of the coloring page. These are both maps. This is an old map up against a newer map, so I thought that was a really cool contrast. And then we just have some tickets and a sticker there, so lots of journaling. The other side of the map with just a sticker. And then we have this pocket here from scrap paper and some washi tape, some tags. I just have a scrapbook paper in there, and this is a free printable. I hope I find it again. I will link it below. It's so neat, and it folds up. Yeah, I just think that's really cool. Tuck that in there, and it gives a great spot to do a lot of journaling. And I think I might use my wax seal and put a little wax seal on there yet. This is just plain paper, and this is from that book, but as I was going through, I really wanted to put in a paint card, and I pulled this one out for the colors and put it on, and had this laying there and put it down below immediately, and I immediately loved it. I love how this is like the clouds, and this reminds me of the field of wheat. It has the same texture as this I would have, and so I really love that spread, and there's a lot of space there then to journal. And then I didn't plan this, but I love then as I flip through, and when you turn the page, this is still there, and it has a ripply effect to it, as well as it mimics this here. It's ripply there within the picture. So I just thought that was really cool. This is a print, stand-in print and print out of a painting that I actually did in alcohol inks. And I want at least my children's books, journals, the journals I make for my kids, to have some of my artwork in it. And then on this side, I made a belly band with that same scrapbook paper and a cute little card that tucks over. Enjoy the ride. And then this is from a magazine, and I left it because I thought it would be really cool to journal here through the trees, and as you get down here, just keep writing in the trail of the creek. Thought that would be really cool. And on this side of it is just scrapbook paper and this little card that she can fill out, and tucked in here, and put the date on there. And here's another center with some little airplane paper pieces on the ends. Another coloring book picture, and this side as well. On this side, this is a free printable. It has a great little journaling spot, and then some tags that are attached as background. This is also one of my paintings that I originally done in alcohol ink, and I just tucked on this little card, Adventure Always. This is from that same book, so another beautiful scene. And it says beautiful above with a definition, and as you, it's actually on this page, but you can see it. And then I just left this. I was going to put a journaling spot, but I thought she would really like to read about the different mountain ranges. So she has gel pens and can write across here in some white. This is just a tuck spot on the original. This is the original paper from the composition book. I wanted to use some of that. On this side's another little tuck spot and a card, just some scraps from scrap paper put in. On the other side of the map, this is a Woods Theater complimentary pocket, and I don't I would just imagine they probably handed these out with your tickets and your receipt, because it's made like a pocket. So that's what I put in. I put in some tickets. These are from the dollar store, and just a receipt. I believe that also came from the Dollar Tree. The other side of this map, and then some beautiful scrapbook paper. And then this side, also adventures hiking and just going out for a walk. So this is field notes, and I just thought this would be a cute spot to write about a hike or a nature walk. This has an adorable little girl from Switzerland out there picking some flowers. So that's a tough spot. And we have a library pocket here, and I put this scrapbook scrap here because I like how the diagonal green and white lines contrast with the green lines on this writing paper. And we have some airplane scrap paper, and on this side I just layered up some tags to make a tuck spot. And then this is a little advertisement for a hotel that I put on a little stationery card. My daughter actually made this. She does calligraphy very well, and she's often here making calligraphy and leaves the ones she doesn't like or use here. So I have a pile of them, and I thought it would be cool to put one of her pieces in, and it says, "Let go my soul and trust in him." And I thought it just went well with this beautiful and powerful picture of waterfall. And put this compass 3D, really neat sticker piece here to remind her, you know, that he is her compass. He will guide her. And this side as well is, I left these so she could read about the sandstone rock formations here. And then this is scrapbook paper of some shells from the beach trip with a tag pocket. And this is from a notebook, notepad I have. So it says bright ideas, and I want to have adventures with you, a little card. So journal on the back of that, or put a photo of someone she had an adventure with. And I just tried to put the same colors as this side to coordinate. And then the inside is the pocket, and this is the center. And on this set of strings, I actually put little charms of beach. So there's a shell and a star. This side we have a bingo card and some tickets that I had since I was a teenager, and just a little journaling card. And then on this side, this is actually another postcard that some family in France had, and I just thought it was gorgeous with the watercolor. And then a little to-do list page, and a railroad pass ticket paper clipped on there as well. This is the back side of it, and I just stuck a little photo of these women and little girl because I just liked it, and she can journal on that. Be grateful. And this is some beautiful mountains and some icebergs with then ships. So this is a little pocket from Istanbul, and this is a copy of a really neat contract of passage for this passenger. Looks like this was a 3-day passage. So I thought that was neat. Put that in there. This side we have 3 pockets, 2 envelopes with note cards in there that have been distressed. And this one, 2 note cards as well, to add some treasures and some journaling. This is the back of that airplane scrapbook paper. Here's a little pocket. This is a paper bag that I actually ordered on Amazon, and this is a tablet that I had and pulled a sheet off. For journaling, I can go in there. And I thought this matched well. It's a little ad for a pocket Kodak camera, because if you're traveling, you need to take a lot of pictures. My kids know that. I love to take photographs too. So this is a postcard from Puerto Rico. We also have family from Puerto Rico, so that is on there. And this is a little just tag from Rome. And then on the last page, I put this cute little saying that says, let your smile change the world, but don't let the world change your smile. And you can journal on both there. And this is that beautiful scrapbook paper as well, with a little tuck spot there. And then we have the back. And that's it. That is my first adventure travel junk journal. I hope you liked it. I hope you'll leave me a comment and consider subscribing and following along with me. As I said, I'm new here to YouTube, and I'd love to make some other crafty friends. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.